Good morning, ladies and gentlemen from Central Texas, USA. This is Rusty 78609 out and about this morning. This is Park Road 4 in Central Texas, USA, about 75 miles west-northwest of Austin, Texas at 9:19 a.m., 61 top-down degrees. Pretty nice morning. And we got a little cool front coming through tonight. It's going to be a little cool tomorrow, and I know y'all all wanted to know that. But anyway, let's put on our thinking hats. And how many of you guys can remember, I'm sure all of you can, you got to remember this, Star Trek, okay? I mean, what a wonderful series. I can't remember what years it ran, probably in the 70s, I guess. But be that as it may, that brings me to the topic that I've thought of for today, this morning's drive. And it's the, I did a video kind of about the future of RVing and all electric and stuff, but let's turn the fire up under that a little bit and kind of get it going a little further down the road. Obviously we already have all electric cars. That's a given. We already have autonomous cars. That's a given. We already have Uber vehicles that are able to go pick you up somewhere and take you somewhere autonomously. That is already here now. They all are testing, and Tesla is building one, a fully automated, self-driving, all-electric truck, an 18-wheeler that goes up and down the interstates and everywhere else. Well, what if we had an all-electric RV? What if we had that? Or what if we had, all electric cars are much more able to tow things than gas-powered vehicles, because electric vehicles are all torque, okay? In other words, their towing capacity is going to be pretty high, I imagine, and it already is in comparison to the weight of the vehicle and so forth. But if we had RVs, even travel trailers, that were set up for, like finding their own way. In other words, you could sit in your travel trailer and instead of watching television, your GPS stuff would come up on your TV screen and you'd say, plot a course to Aguirre Springs, New Mexico, and show me the way. And then send that to the car or the tow vehicle so that we'll get there. And then you just go, I guess, sit down in your tow vehicle and away you go. I mean, that's just a thought, but that could all be done. I know it could. And as far as a self-driving motorhome, that's just an extension of a self-driving truck or car. That's all it is. It would be a no-brainer to do that. But how wonderful, I say wonderful, I don't know, I guess it'd be wonderful, just to get in your RV or your electric car that's towing a travel trailer, like my pickup, say it was all electric and had the tow capacity to tow my travel trailer, then I would just get in and sit down and lean back and enjoy the ride. Okay, maybe read a book on the way or listen to a book, being an audible book, whatever, So, yeah, and it would just take you right to the campground, to the campsite, because you could do, automatic reservations or whatever. And if it was a boondocking site, it would take you there. And using GPS, they could determine which locations were, quote, available and get you right to your a spot that you've chosen in advance. And also, if bad weather is imminent, of course, we have that available now. You get warnings and stuff and notifications in advance, but you need about at least 24 hours good notice in advance to avoid some of the weather patterns as they come through, because some of them cover several hundred miles. But I just thought that would be interesting to think about, because I've been thinking about, I tell you, you shouldn't leave me alone in a room by myself, because I get to thinking. And somebody mentioned the Class B, the Simplicity SRTs and the Road Treks and the Heimers and all that stuff. And they are very nice. They're very pricey, of course. But, And they do have a lot of high-tech stuff. I mean, they do. But I'd be a fool to give up what I've got, a little 16-foot travel trailer that has more space than a Class B, more living space for sure, and a full bed, a full bath, not a wet bath like they do in most Class Bs where you have to straddle a toilet, and they cost about $70,000, and mine cost $9,750. You could buy 6 of my RVs for the price of one Class B. So, what does that have to do with the Star Trek future of RVing? Not much, but I just thought I'd throw it in for ingredients. I'm just kind of driving here. This is Park Road 4, Central Texas, USA, 56 degrees now. The temperature is going to be dropping all day. It's supposed to be about 30 in the morning. The high tomorrow is probably going to be about 40. And then, folks, I think we're just about through with Old Man Winter in Central Texas, because after about the 15th of February, the lows come up pretty good. And I mean, what I mean by that, the lows will be in the mid-40s, the highs will be in the mid-60s, and then the next thing you know, the lows are in the mid-50s, and we're in the mid-70s for highs. And then that's springtime, and then I'll probably go traveling at that time if it's the same way in New Mexico, because I don't want to get caught in some really cold weather, nor do I want to get caught in some really hot weather, because I've done that. And if you don't have an electric hookup for your RV, you can't run the AC. You cannot run it with solar. That's the way that is. But anyway, got a lot of good comments as always, and for you people that use the Amazon link in the description of my videos, thank you very much. I do appreciate that. It's very helpful, because my YouTube revenue has dropped like a rock, but I don't care, because I'm not going to put any more effort into it. Why aren't you going to put any more effort into it, Rusty? Because I'm too damn lazy. I don't want to. I mean, I'm enjoying life. I'm 72 years old. If I don't enjoy it now, I may miss the whole thing, huh? Yeah, oops. Yeah, put that on your tombstone. Oops. Tombstones. Can you imagine that? Get out of here. But people still do it. I know they do. And that's their choice, not mine. Do what you got to do. Do well. But on and on we go. The future is coming. Its future's coming. Here, I mean, we talk about what was going to be in 2020. We've got a lot of stuff that has really changed. And I'm glad. I think the future is bright for all of us. In fact, it is, of course, healthcare, there's always innovations in healthcare. We discovered antibiotics and penicillin and all that same thing. But, so there's been a lot of innovations all along in the medical field and all that stuff. In the same way, all kind of technological innovations. Every generation has gone through, for the past 200 years, a lot of significant changes, and we're just another generation going through another change. That's it. And the next generation coming up will go right on to another one, and on and on and on it goes till it doesn't go anymore. But this is a pretty drive. It's kind of an overcast day, as you can see. Park Road 4 in Central Texas runs by. The road does not run. It goes by Inks Lake State Park, Longhorn Cavern State Park. Nice little rolling granite hills in Central Texas. In the Highland Lakes area, you've got Lake Buchanan, Lake Inks Lake, Lake LBJ, Lake Marble Falls, Lake Travis, Lake Austin, and then on it goes. It's all on the Colorado River, a major river in Central Texas, and when it dries up, it causes a lot of problems. This is Highway 29, and it runs east and west. And I'm going to get out here on this booger right now. There's an RV park up here on the right, and I know this is just a rambling on RV, and I'll have a hard time putting a label on it, but I'll come up with something. I'm not concerned. I mean, I've got a few loyal viewers, and I appreciate that. And that's all I've ever wanted out of YouTube at all, is just to have a conversation with a small group of people. I certainly wouldn't want to be like PewDiePie and some of these others that have millions, because then it becomes work, and and they can't even go out because they're like some kind of celebrity, you know. Got a bug in the car. Watch for workers. Well, boy, that ought to be good. Driveway closed. Okay. There's that bug. I got him, I think. Watch for workers. Okay. We're going to do that. But I'm going to get some propane. I remember one time I knew a guy, he called it profane. Profane. I'm surprised they're out here on Saturday. I really am. Yeah, the wind is out of the north, a pretty good blow right now, and it'll be like that all day. The temperature's dropped down to 53 now. The norther is coming through, and it'll be, yeah, the high was what it was when I got up this morning, about 60, and then the temperature will drop all day long. But not too bad. The high, it'll drop into the 40s, and it'll stay like that through tomorrow, and then Monday it'll warm back up. This is the Colorado River. We're going to cross the bridge here. This part of the Colorado River forms Inks Lake. They actually drain or lower the lake levels once every 2 or 3 years to allow people to go out and work on their boat docks, and they also do it to eliminate some kind of algae and stuff that forms. And anyway, so I'd mention that. How many of you will be here in 30 years? I don't even know. I don't see 30 years. I'd be 102. That's possible, but not probable. You know what I mean? That's possible, but not probable. Got a chili cooker off at that bar today. That's a big thing. Not a big, but yeah, it's still pretty big up here. They have chili cook-offs, barbecue cook-offs and stuff, and you can go there and taste the food when they're cooking sometimes. It's just basically a reason to get plowed or drunk. So if you could have any type of RV in the world, what type of RV would you want? What type of RV would you get? If you were going to live full-time in an RV, what would be your best choice? For me, I think I've got it. I mean, I think I've went in a big circle right back to where I was, because I was towing a small travel trailer about 20 years ago, and now I've gone full circle right back to it. Only the trailer I've got now is a little bit smaller and probably about 500 pounds lighter, and I'm pulling it with a truck that has a little more towing capacity. So, but an all-electric car, you know, Tesla's coming out with all-electric pickups. Of course, the only real downside is, recharging them. But they'll get over that. You know, it's just a matter of battery technology improving, and it will. You know, they'll get up to, 400 or 500 mile range here in the next 5 or 10 years, 5 years probably. And that's good. And when they get there, that'd be great. Would I buy all electric pickup? Sure. To tow an RV? Sure. Why not? Be a fool not to. Yeah, because they could tow an all-electric pickup with all that torque, could tow a RV very easily. Of course, it would cut the range probably. I'm not sure how much it would reduce it. Maybe a third or more, maybe half. I'm not sure. Just have to find out. There are people that have Teslas that go camping in them. They really do. Oh, and the dermatologist, the doctor that I went to here on Wednesday this past week, she drives a Tesla. Yeah, one of the $60,000 ones. Good looking automobile. I don't know that I'd want a Tesla all that much. I mean, even though they're neat, they have too much tech. You know, they're too techy. You know what I mean? You know, they're for electrical engineers and people that are really into tech, because, you know, to open the glove box, you got to go on a screen and punch a button, and, you know, to do the air volume, if the fan speeds up and down, you got to touch a screen and do all that stuff. You know, maybe that's, I guess you can get used to it. It's like any other change. You just adapt. Well, is this guy just going to stop in the road? Nice signal, man. Way to go, dog. See, he's exempt. He does not have to give a signal because he's in a Chevrolet pickup talking on the phone. Now, if you're in a kind of a blue-gray Chevrolet pickup in Central Texas talking on the phone, then you do not have to use your turn signal. Everybody knows that. It goes without saying. I mean, everybody should have known that. Yeah, this is Buckhannon Dam, a little unincorporated community. I lived here off and on for several years. It's really a neat little place. I know I've mentioned it many times. At one time, when I lived up here in the late 90s and was staying here, this is an unincorporated community that has a permanent population of about maybe 1,200 max. They had 12 bars. 12 bars. I'm not kidding you. One for every 100 people. I mean, and they were all busy, I promise you. But what I used to do, because every one of them attracted a different crowd. Go right ahead, young lady. It's your turn. But all of them attracted a different crowd, so I just make the rounds. I had a lot of fun. Me and old Mike go play shuffleboard. Drink beer for free. Okay, we're going to go in here to 4T propane and get some propane. How about that? What kind of, that little old car, that little boxy little car there? I wonder what that's called. Okay, I see, I don't want to block them in, so we'll park right here. But anyway, guys, from Central Texas, USA, this is Rusty with one of his viral driving videos, which I know you're all thrilled with. So anyway, thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye, buy anything you want. But if you think about it, use the link to Amazon products in the description of my videos. Why? Because I'm an Amazon affiliate and I get a small commission, and that helps. Doesn't cost you a dime. Does not cost you any more to use the link. So if you think about it, do it. If it's too much trouble, don't even fool with it. What else? Drink plenty of water. 3 or 4 quarts a day will not hurt you. It's good for you. It will help you avoid gout, kidney stones, and it'll help you lose weight if that's what you want to do. Take deep breaths. Breathe in deeply. Hold it for a few seconds and then breathe out slowly. Why? Because that relieves stress, and relieving stress does what? Lowers your blood pressure, and that's good for you. What else? Stretch, walk. I did all that this morning. And what else? Stand guard at the door of your mind. Do not let negative Nancy or negative Ned get inside of your head. Okay, it's your head. And don't let the talking heads on TV get in there either. Be selfish. Anyway, adios amigos. Bye-bye.